Hi guys, this is AC Gamer back with another video on Nikke Goddess of Victory. Now I'm going to be focusing on Neon today, the new Neon that will be coming out in a couple of days, because she is carrying the hopes and dreams of future blue teams and future blue team meta. And unfortunately, if she is unable to deliver and she just sucks ass when she comes out, then yeah, we will have to wait for future burst free blue type character. She would have crushed the dream of or hopes that everyone was expecting for the blue team to become very good, and unfortunately it's gonna suck. Now we will need to wait for future burst free what's called water character to help propel and push the blue team to a sufficient level and make their meta. I will be talking about Neon, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned for more content on Nikke Goddess of Victory. If you guys want to miss out on future content on the game, make sure you are subscribed, make sure post notification is on, and let's get right into it. So Neon, she is carrying a huge burden right now. She is the hope and dreams of everyone right now. Like, if her damage isn't good, it's gonna suck balls for the blue team. Like, they released two blue characters, and essentially if they both don't really do good or make the blue team that strong, then it's gonna suck. With my testing, actually my last testing for Mary, I discovered a main issue with the blue team, and that is the damage they are able to provide right now. So let me quickly actually show you what I mean. So I go over to the Union, I go over to this thing over here. Now this is my pure damage. The one you see over here is not pure damage from my best comp. This is just a general comp in terms of, like, there isn't like a specific element Team Boom builds in. It's just the general characters like Modernia, Lita, all of the best characters essentially, and essentially I was able to get a very good amount of damage. Now for my testing with the current blue team, they are only able to output 70 million. The maximum I've ever seen their pull was 72 million, and my best team actually right now can output 118 million. So in terms of damage comparison, there is a roughly 40 million damage difference between my best team and the current blue team that I haven't really invested heavily in. Wait, did I save this team? Oh, I didn't mean to save it. Let me go ahead and just build back the team again with the water characters to show you what characters I was using. So it was like this, Viper was there, this Helm was here, and Mary was here. That was the best team, or I think I was able to output damage. Actually no, it was Polly as well. So it was like this actually. This was the team I was able to output about 72 million from. However, what you do lose in this team is that you have to run two burst 2 characters and a healer as a burst 3, and you don't really have any other good characters that can actually help with damage. So with Neon, what we are hoping will happen is essentially we put Viper here, take you out, and we put Mary here because we will need a healer when we take off Helm essentially is reducing our damage because she, as a burst 3 character, her main role was meant to be damage. However, she is more of a supportive character, especially when you take a look at her skills, and mainly just helps with recovering HP, increases crit rate, and makes, like, is it PS damage or no, activates when entering a few bursts. So yeah, attack damage is increased with having Helm as well, but what we are losing is like big boy damage from Helm. Honestly, her damage is not the strongest in this team. So with Neon, we are hoping we can slot her in here and able to actually get a lot of damage. Now there is a couple of issues right now with Neon, is the fact that we can't actually tell straight away if she's good because her skills are hella confusing. It makes no, like, okay, if you go over to, this is not what I wanted to do, sorry. If you go over to details, there we go. This part of her burst skill is making a lot of people think she's going to be bad as a character for bursting, and it's going to suck though if that is true, because with the current team for blue, they have one burst 3 character and that's good, and that's like Privity, and she has a 40-second cooldown. Now we're going to need another burst 3 character so that we can have a full burst, non-interrupting burst, and Neon is going to be that character. She also has a 40-second cooldown. However, if it turns out her burst is actually reducing her damage by a lot, then it's going to suck. The reason why I have a feeling that it might is the fact that The damage only 11% of final attack. We don't know how this is going to be calculated until the character gets released. We don't know how big the damage is going to be or how little the damage is going to be until this character comes out. And essentially the rest of the skills doesn't really buff up her damage except this second skill over here. The pulse damage is good, honestly, very strong against bosses. There is going to be future solo raid of bosses in the future that will definitely need to be able to break the parts. Having this over here is essentially amazing. Activates when using burst skill. Now with this one, we're not sure if it is her burst skill that we have to use or anyone's burst skill, because I honestly thought the same with Mary, but it turns out I still have a one stack with Mary, even though I didn't actually use her burst skill. So I'm a little bit confused on that. Maybe it's everyone's burst. I will go ahead and test it even more out with Mary to see whether she's able to stack this skill. Where is Mary right now? There she is. So Mary has similar skill thing. Where is it? So activates when using burst skill. Affects all water code. What I have noticed that she actually does have one of this. She has the passive actually unlocked, even though I didn't actually use her to burst. So yeah, that was something I need to test out. With Neon, yeah, so essentially if it turns out we do need to use our burst skill to actually activate this, but the burst skill has terrible damage, then I'm just going to be shaking because they just ruined a character that they should have made good. And the rest of the skills, like I said, this one buffs up her damage against against the elements she has a advantage against. So that would be fire characters because she's a water code character. However, this is not going to be a universal skill because not every opponent you go against is going to be a fire type character. However, this can make her very strong for specific bosses that are fire. Now I am hoping that she will help the water team, because when I was doing my testing with Mary, I was going against, I think it was Blacksmith or something like that, the red boss. Is that a Blacksmith or the other boss? Let me find out the name. Okay, it isn't Blacksmith, it's the Chatterbox. So when I was using the current blue team that we could build, the highest demon team for blue team, unfortunately our damage was just not enough to actually break the parts, or not parts, to break the interrupting circle. So with the hopes and dreams of everyone right now is that Neon will be that damage dealer that we can use for the blue team to help propel the damage. Now how much damage are we expecting with this team? Now my current team with the blue team is 72 million, the max I can do. I'm hoping with Neon we can propel that damage to at least 100 million. However, I have a strong feeling that is not going to be possible unless she has a huge attack stat, or unless they buff up something about her that makes her like, hopefully her burst skill is actually very strong. I am hoping that is the case. But if burst skill isn't as strong, I'm hoping her basic attack that she's using with the machine gun is just going to be a huge amount of damage, and we can finally break that interrupting part and be able to deal damage and help with the bosses in fire. Help against fire bosses. Once again, everyone is hoping that she will be great for bosses, solo raid, help make different teams to challenge specific solo raid. But if it turns out her damage is just not comparable to some of the highest damage dealers we have, then it's just gonna absolutely suck. So yeah, that is the hopes and dreams that Neon is currently carrying, and if she can't deliver, then she's gonna suck balls. And honestly, if I do use her in a red team against red bosses and her damage is not even good enough, then I would obviously just say don't summon for this character. Even though she looks absolutely amazing, even though she has a specific kit to help against bosses, if her damage overall is just not that good, like honestly not that good, because that 11% is making me like question whether it's good or not, because 11% sounds small, but if it's based on final attack, is it like final attack of her, final attack of everyone? I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's very confusing. I am just hoping that this burst skill is not bad. I am hoping she helps the blue team, and I'm hoping it makes Mary worth summoning as well, because Mary isn't bad. Mary has amazing heals. If you're summoning for Mary, don't focus on the damage buffing she can do, because that only happens to blue specific teams. So if you want to use Mary in a universal team without blue characters, you can use her for the heals. However, if you want to make Mary even better, you're going to use her or to fully utilize Mary, you want to use her on the blue team. But unfortunately right now we can't use a blue team completely because they are missing a huge damage dealer comparable to like Modernia or Scarlet. So it's gonna suck. But if the new meta, like everyone is speculating, if the new meta is pushing for mono comp, then if we go ahead and look at Fire, Fire has Drake, not the main damage dealer, but okay, they have Drake. Okay, Fire team, it wouldn't be that good as well, actually. Actually, Emma, Alice, oh, Alice, sorry, yeah, that's good, actually. Alice, Drake, yep. Modernia, is that Fire? Modernia, okay, Fire is stacked, okay. They can potentially do good. Do they have a good burst too, though? Not really. They do have a burst one that's okay, though, like Emma, Coco, I guess. Anyways, let's go to Wind next. Sorry, Wind has D, Pepper, Guilty. Okay, Guilty's there, Noah's there, Dollar's there, Noah's there as well. Blanc. Oh, we can't really run Blanc unless you want. Oh, Blanc and Noah. Oh, that's perfect. So Blanc, Noah, 2, 3. Burst 1 character would have to be Pepper. Burst 2 would be Guilty. Oh wow, Wind is actually very in a good place. Oh my days. Electric, they have Scarlet, which is good, burst 3. Haran as well. Noise, burst 1. Biscuit, burst 2. Okay, actually not bad as well. So yeah, it looks like Water is the Iron. Let's take a look at Iron as well. Celine is actually quite good. Senti's good. Laplace very strong. Litter is also very strong. Sugar. Okay, yeah, Water team just sucks right now. Literally, Water team is probably the worst element right now. But however, they have huge potential because Privity and Dorothy are 2 characters that are absolutely work well together. Like in a pair, they work well together, and the fact that you can build them in the same Water team is insane. Now we have a burst 2 that we can use, which is Viper, but obviously we hope to get better burst 2 in the future. Now our main priority for Water team is the burst 3 character, and please Neon, do not suck balls, please be good. Anyways, that's all I really wanted to talk about in today's video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and Nikke, Goddess of Victory. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.